Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra March 1, 2023. With the moon's move into your privacy sector today, dear Cancer, you're ready to pull back and take some time to yourself. It's a natural progression of the lunar cycle as you prepare for a new cycle to begin in a few days when the moon enters Cancer on Tuesday. Today's transits help improve your reputation or bond with others who share similar objectives and visions. You can find yourself pleasantly committed to your work, a special goal, or a mission. There is positive energy with you for getting a sense of what you want to achieve in the larger scheme of things. Listen to your dreams, your subconscious, and intuition today. As the moon turns in the sky, she'll dance through Gemini, your solar house. On the one hand, you could feel a bit detached from reality today, but it's also likely that Luna is whispering important messages in regard to your personal and romantic life. You could feel the desire to communicate these thoughts and ideas. Journal out your thoughts about the downloads you're receiving, as they'll provide a good mirror to reflect upon. Then proceed to announce them. Keep an eye on your internal monologue. You will need to be mindful about how you view your work matters when the moon enters Gemini today. The lunar energy will be especially mentally restless, so you may feel like your inner monologue is running a mile a minute. On one hand, this energy could help you tackle several duties at once. You might become a multitasking magician during the lunation. But the lunar energy could also exacerbate any anxiety at work. Appraise your stress in a thoughtful way to avoid feeling burnt out. While the moon's return to a nostalgic and reflective but also intuitive and imaginative part of your chart today might place a speed bump at the start of the new working week, this is good news financially. Over the next few days, the moon will not only form a friendly aspect to Saturn and Mercury in your financial sector but just days before aligning and then both leaving. This can boost your financial confidence, instincts and imagination. A new outlook is possible today. Things that you do every day may seem somehow different. Enjoy this fresh perspective. It's important to be flexible and to listen for the inner voice that tells you when to bend and when to walk away from a situation. You often comply in situations when someone else will benefit. Ask yourself what you really need, instead. When it comes to what you eat, it's wise to give your intestinal tract a break from bread and dairy products. Your current budgeting system and financial situation will take the forefront on this day. Chances are that you stay on top of this area in your life. However, there is always room to improve. Further, consider whether or not the career you're in is bringing the financial results you desire. While working hard is never an issue for most, being properly compensated can be. Be assertive when you need to, if this is an area that you should address. As the moon leaves your friendship sector, it will make one last friendly aspect to Pluto in your relationship sector before it leaves. Pluto is here for several more weeks but will be gone before the moon can come full circle, but not before Venus returns to your friendship sector. With Pluto in the final weeks of a nearly 15-year quest for greater authenticity in all your relationships, this hints at the support from friendship and relationship building that will remain even after the moon moves on. It is just as the moon wraps up its monthly visit to your friendship sector that it will make one last friendly aspect to Pluto in your relationship sector before he leaves. This is not the last time they will come together, with Pluto retrograding back in later in the year, but for now this gives you the confidence to move into his final weeks emotionally engaged and aware. Our eyes in the sky. The Gemini moon is stirring up gossip today. Keep your focus on networking and reaching new people, and you should find the attention and validation you seek. The sun and moon find themselves in a wonky position to one another, so try not to worry too much about what others might be saying about you. Remember that true confidence comes from within and doesn't rely on how others view you. The moon in Gemini is wreaking havoc with our sleep. Unfortunately, if you find yourself tossing and turning throughout the night, an unbalanced aspect between the moon and Venus could exacerbate feelings of fatigue as the morning unfolds. A scattered vibe is likely to manifest during the first part of the day, when the Moon and Mercury engage in an off-kilter connection. If you're struggling with disorganization, take the time to rethink your daily responsibilities and reassign any tasks you can put off for another day. It's the week for conjunctions as several planets meet up in the same signs. The first is Venus conjoining Jupiter in fiery Aries on Wednesday, creating the best date night of the year. If you're single, you could find the person who lights a spark in your heart. Enjoy the exhilaration of falling in love again and again. Spread the love to others when Mercury conjoins Saturn in Aquarius on Thursday. This is an ideal day to put in the work to make your community a better place. Start by doing some volunteering, community organizing, or reading about social justice issues. End the week on a dreamy note when Mercury enters Pisces, also on Thursday, encouraging us to use our imagination as we dream of spring. Over the next 2 weeks our thoughts become more creative and artistic but a little delusional as we see the world through rose-colored glasses. Just after midnight, the first quarter moon in Gemini invites us to reflect on intentions set during February 19's Pisces new moon. At that time, we were encouraged to combine intuition and dedication to create something of lasting significance. We may have undertaken this initiative to heal ourselves or to honor a loss. Yet now, we hit a snag in our plan. Distractions force us off the devotional path. Conversations interrupt our progress or confuse our objectives, scattering our attention. It is important that we remember that healing is not linear. Life continues to go on around us, even as we are sorting through our emotions and personal choices. Instead of seeing this issue as something that has derailed you, look for lessons within. What can the Gemini moon teach you about finding curiosity in the moment, instead of trying to transcend the moment or be elsewhere? Your mind will be running in circles. There will be so much information coming at you that it will be next to impossible to make any sort of decision. Go with your first instinct and don't waste the rest of the day second-guessing yourself. A short time later, the moon sextiles Venus in Aries, making us outgoing and social. Our vibrant attitude and charm help us to make new friends or catch up with old ones. Many of us will be asleep at this hour, and we can expect our dreams to be pleasant and stimulating. Memories of past experiences or previously forgotten information pop into our minds. Keep a voice recorder or journal handy to log these reminiscences when you awaken. They may prove useful in the course of your day.